Niccolò Machiavelli, an Italian Renaissance political philosopher, is best known for his work, The Prince, which offers pragmatic, sometimes ruthless advice to rulers. His realpolitik approach has earned him a reputation as a foundational figure in political theory. Similarly, Ibn Khaldun, a 14th-century North African polymath, is celebrated for his pioneering work in sociology, history, and economics. His magnum opus, the Muqaddimah, is a seminal text in the philosophy of history and sociology. In this video, we will explore 4 key arguments that support the notion of Ibn Khaldun as the Arab Machiavelli. We'll discuss his realpolitik approach, his socio-political analyses, his critique of Sufism, and his pragmatic understanding of law. By examining these aspects, we'll see how Ibn Khaldun's thought mirrors Machiavelli's in its depth, realism, and enduring relevance. So let's embark on this intellectual journey to understand why Ibn Khaldun might just be the Arab Machiavelli. Ibn Khaldun's pragmatic and realistic approach to politics is reminiscent of Niccolò Machiavelli's realpolitik as seen in The Prince. Both thinkers prioritize state stability over moral or ideological considerations. In the Muqaddimah, Ibn Khaldun emphasizes the importance of understanding human nature and social dynamics for effective leadership. He argues that rulers must be adaptable and use practical wisdom in governance. For instance, Ibn Khaldun explains,
"Royal authority means superiority and the power to rule by force."
This statement encapsulates his belief that effective governance often necessitates a pragmatic approach grounded in the reality of power dynamics. Ibn Khaldun also stresses the necessity of realistic policies and adaptability to respond effectively to governance challenges. He writes,
"Dynasties have a natural lifespan like individuals. Their decline is inevitable, and wise rulers must manage this decline prudently."
Through these examples from the Muqaddimah, we see that Ibn Khaldun's focus on pragmatic and realistic governance aligns closely with Machiavelli's realpolitik approach. Both advocate for a strategic perspective in ruling to maintain power and stability. Ibn Khaldun's analysis of the rise and fall of civilizations is profoundly centered on his concept of asabiyya, or social cohesion. He posits that the strength and unity of a group are fundamental to the establishment and maintenance of political power. In the Muqaddimah, he elaborates on how asabiyya binds members of a group together, enabling them to achieve collective goals and establish dynasties. Ibn Khaldun states,
"The greatness of a dynasty, the extent of its territory, and the length of its duration depend upon the numerical strength of its supporters. The reason for this is that royal authority exists only through group feeling."
This illustrates his belief that political stability and expansion are inherently linked to the solidarity and cooperation within the ruling group. This concept can be compared to Machiavelli's insights into power dynamics and political stability. Machiavelli, in The Prince, discusses the importance of a ruler maintaining power through strength, strategic alliances, and sometimes ruthless tactics. Both thinkers recognize the necessity of a cohesive and loyal base to support and sustain political authority. Ibn Khaldun was critical of certain mystical doctrines in Sufism, which he believed posed both spiritual and temporal dangers. His critique is most vividly expressed in his fatwa against Ibn Arabi and other Sufi thinkers in Shifa al-Sa'il. Ibn Khaldun condemned the works of Ibn Arabi, such as Fusus al-Hikam and al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah, and called for their physical destruction. He wrote,
"The judgment concerning these books and their like is that they should all be eliminated wherever they are found, either through burning them in fire or by washing them with water, until all trace of the writing is effaced because of the general positive benefit, maslaha, for religion through effacing unsound beliefs."
Ibn Khaldun's primary concern was the doctrine of wahdat al-wujud, the unity of being, espoused by Ibn Arabi, which he saw as leading to dangerous political and social consequences. He argued that such mystical doctrines could blur the lines between spiritual and temporal authority, potentially destabilizing society. In his view, these ideas allowed for a form of saintly apotheosis that threatened the established religious and political order. This perspective can be compared to Machiavelli's caution against religious influences in politics. Machiavelli believed that while religion could be used to unify and control the populace, it should not dominate political decision-making. Similarly, Ibn Khaldun recognized the role of religion in legitimizing authority, but was wary of mystical doctrines that could lead to political upheaval. In his fatwa, Ibn Khaldun highlighted the specific individuals and works he found problematic.
Among such Sufis are Ibn Arabi, Ibn Sabin, Ibn Barajan, and their followers who adopted their method and embraced their doctrine. They have authored numerous works filled with clear expressions of unbelief.
This condemnation reflects his broader critique of the potential dangers posed by certain types of Sufism to the social and political fabric of society. By examining these critiques, we can see how Ibn Khaldun's views align with Machiavelli's in their pragmatic approach to maintaining political stability and their cautious stance towards the influence of religion in governance. Ibn Khaldun viewed law as a tool for maintaining social order and public welfare, rather than merely upholding moral or religious ideals. In the Muqaddimah, he emphasizes that the purpose of laws is to preserve civilization and ensure justice among people. He writes,
"All laws are based upon the effort to preserve civilization. Therefore, they pay attention to the things that belong to civilization."
This highlights his belief that laws should be practical and serve the needs of society. Ibn Khaldun also discusses the role of rulers in enforcing laws and maintaining justice. He states,
"Justice is a balance set up among mankind. The Lord set it up and appointed an overseer for it, and that overseer is the ruler."
This indicates his pragmatic view that the effectiveness of laws depends on the authority and enforcement by rulers rather than their intrinsic moral or religious value. This pragmatic understanding of law aligns with Machiavelli's advice in The Prince, where he emphasizes the importance of laws and governance in maintaining political stability and control. Machiavelli advises rulers to be pragmatic and flexible in their use of laws to ensure the state's survival and prosperity. In summary, we have explored 4 key arguments that highlight the parallels between Ibn Khaldun and Machiavelli. We discussed Ibn Khaldun's realpolitik approach, his socio-political analyses, his critique of particular way of Sufism, and his pragmatic understanding of law. These arguments illustrate the depth of Ibn Khaldun's political thought and his emphasis on practical governance. While Ibn Khaldun is often celebrated as an objective historian and scholar, it is crucial to recognize that he was not free from biases and political pragmatism. Ibn Khaldun prioritized political utility and the health of society over religious pluralism and freedoms. This reveals him more as a political philosopher centered on specific political ideologies than as a libertarian historian. His focus on societal stability and pragmatic governance often came at the cost of individual freedoms and religious diversity. The similarities between Ibn Khaldun and Machiavelli emphasize the enduring relevance of their ideas in contemporary political thought. Both thinkers offer various insights into the dynamics of power, governance, and social cohesion that continue to resonate today.